Hello, this video will help you in getting set up for learning this year. In this video, we will cover Google Drive and how to set that up, your documents and what we need set up in that, and then how to learn and use Acrobat Reader DC. So in your Google Drive, you are going to create folders for your teams. You'll most often be using Google Drive for many of your assignments, and in order to do this, I need you to complete these directions below. As we go through this video, on the left side of your screen is going to be the presentation, which will also be posted on Schoology, and on the right side of the screen, I'm going to be demonstrating everything that you need to do. So our step one is to create a new folder in your Google Drive. So over here, I'm going to make sure that I'm in my drive, and I need to create a new folder. That folder, I'm going to title exactly like I'm shown on the left. So if I was doing it for me, then it would be my last name, comma, first name, and my team. So mine might be Packard, Ashley, Phoenix. If I was doing it as Mr. Elder, then mine would be Elder, Brett, Thunderhawks. Either way, I need you to go ahead and do that right now at this time. And when you're finished, click Create. In your Google Drive, it will automatically take you to that folder, and I want you to double click on that folder and open it up. There should be nothing inside of this folder at this time. Then I can move on to step two. Step two is to create all of the following folders inside of your Phoenix folder or inside of your team folder. So you're going to create, all teams are going to create an ELA writing, ELA reading, science, and social studies folder. But when naming these, you are going to name them by your hour. So if I have my first class is third hour, I'm going to create a folder and I'm going to say 3 ELA writing, because third hour is when I have ELA writing, and now you can see that my folder's been created. Maybe my fourth hour is science, so I'm going to write for science. Maybe my fifth hour is social studies. My seventh hour is math, and we're not creating a math folder, so I would just skip that. My eighth hour, though, is ELA reading. Now, if you don't have reading as a class, then obviously you would not create a reading folder. When you're finished with that, then you need to go ahead and move on to the next set of directions. For our assignment and what we're doing here today, you are only going to set up the subfolders inside of your ELA writing notebook. So if you go to whatever folder you created that has ELA writing and double click on that, it will open yet another folder that should not have anything in it. Now you'll notice at the top over on the right, it's leaving me a breadcrumb trail. So at this point, you should have 3 breadcrumbs at the top of your screen. My Drive, the folder that you created with all of your folders, which should be your last name, first name, and your team, and then your writing hour, whatever hour that's going to be. Inside of that, you're going to create a brainstorming folder and folders for every unit that we cover in writing. So you're going to create a brainstorming folder, a unit 1, communicating in ELA, a unit 2, information literacy, research, critical thinking, a unit 3, elements of literature, a unit 4, text structures, a focus on poetry, a unit 5, the art of the argument, and a unit 6, what does it mean to be a writer? When you have each of these folders created, then you're also going to create subfolders inside of there. The only place where you are not going to create a subfolder is in brainstorming. Brainstorming is its own document. But inside of Unit 1 in communicating in an ALA, and again, notice as soon as I clicked on that, now I have 4 breadcrumb trails. I need 2 folders. One that says Drafts, Unit 1, and one that says Schoology Assignments, Unit 1, and I'm going to create those. In order to go back and create these 2 folders and all those other folders for ELA, I use my breadcrumb trail at the top. I go back to 3 ELA writing, click into Unit 2. I'm going to go ahead and create those drafts. Now I'm on Unit 2 and Schoology Assignments, Unit 2. And I'm going to continue doing that all the way through my folders. At this time, I want you to pause this video until you have finished creating those subfolders in all 6 units. Now that you've finished creating your subfolders in all 6 of your units, you are going to go back and you are going to share your Google Drive with all of your teachers. You'll notice at the top here that I'm still 3 breadcrumb trail points in. I need to go back to my original folder, the folder that houses everything, so I can see Packard, Ashley, Phoenix, and that's the only other breadcrumb trail at the top. To share this folder, I'm going to click on this little caret and go to Share. Inside Sharing, down here it says Advanced, so I'm going to go ahead and click Advanced, and you need to do that even though there's a shortcut on the main screen. And now I'm going to enter the email addresses of all of my teachers, which you can see based on your team are pictured on the left. If I'm on Team Phoenix, then I'm going to notify Packard AE, Ashley Elizabeth Packard. And so I just type in the last name and click on it. I need Hubacher, and there's Nell Hubacher, click on it. I need Rowe, so there's Jessica Rowe. And I need Wright, Mr. Wright. When I have all of those, I'm going to leave this that they can edit it, but I want to uncheck Notify People. By unchecking that, I'm making sure that they are not going to get their inboxes flooded with emails. So as soon as this is done, I'm going to click OK, and it's going to tell you that if you skip sending an email notification that people are going to have to sign in before they notice, but they're all going to notice because they all know that you're setting this up. So go ahead and click OK. And then you'll be able to see in your list of people who are shared, you should be able to see all of your teachers listed. When you're finished with that, you're going to click Done. So I'm going to ask you to pause the video one more time and share that folder with your teachers. Now that you're finished with that, I want you to show you our process for using Schoology. When you click on a link in Schoology for any kind of Google product, your process should be to click on the document and click Make a Copy. So I have a Schoology folder open over here, and I can see that this Value of Writing Well assignment has a Google link. I know that because I can see the little Google icon and it's showing me that it's a link. As soon as I click that, you'll notice that it took me to this screen. I need to go ahead and click Make a Copy. When I click Make a Copy, then it is automatically copying this into my Google Drive. But the problem is if I just leave it like this, it's going to be hard to find and it's not shared with my teachers. So every single time for any Google document that you use, you're going to go up to the title and I just have to click in it. I'm going to take out Copy Of, and at the end, I'm going to add my first and last name. And when I'm finished, I just click Enter. So now it's been renamed. Then I need to make sure that it's actually inside that ELA Writer's Notebook, that our Google Drive that we just created. To do that, I need to click on this little folder here and click Move To. I want to move this item, so click Move This Item. And then up here, you're going to be able to navigate through your folders in order to find the spot for it. So I know that the Value of Writing exists in my Unit 1. So I'm going to click Go to My Drive. I can click this little caret. And then I need to find my Phoenix folder. So here it is, Packard Ashley Phoenix. I'm going to click this little caret. I know that it belongs in ELA writing. I know that it belongs in Unit 1, and I know that it is a Schoology assignment. As soon as I click on that and make it blue and click Move, it's going to ask if sharing this file is okay. It is okay because you need to be able to see it. And so now this has been moved into my Schoology folder so that my teachers can see it and I'll be able to find it easily as well. Again, you'll do this for every assignment, regardless if it's for reading, for writing, for social studies, for science. That's it for our Google Drive. The next thing that we are going to set up is your documents. So what I want you to do is go ahead and open up your documents. Sorry. I'm going to minimize that and I'm going to open up my documents. And we'll do it this way. You should have it in the bottom of your computer. I just need to get to documents. And as soon as I am into documents, what I am going to do is I am going to create a new folder. So up at the top, I'm going to click Home and I'm going to click New Folder. Again, it's going to show me right down at the bottom where my new folder is. And I'm going to title that new folder my team, which would be for me, Phoenix. If you're an aviator or a Thunderhawk, then you'll write that. And then I'm going to say ELA folder. And when I'm finished, I'm just going to click Enter. There are no subfolders to create in this folder, but it's important to have that on your computer for what I'm getting ready to show you next. In this class, we will often be using Acrobat Reader DC. And what Acrobat Reader DC does is it allows you to read a PDF, but mark on it. So I have an example again in Schoology. If I go back to my Value of Writing Well assignment, down here you can see that I have a PDF for the Value of Writing Well. Acrobat Reader DC is the default PDF reader on any computer. So as soon as I click on this, in Schoology, it's going to navigate to a pane where I can see the PDF inside of Schoology. However, in order to use Acrobat DC, I need to download this file. So I'm going to click Download File. You'll notice that it opened up right down here. And if you are not a Chrome user, you need to be. So all of this should always be done in Google Chrome. I'm going to click on the Value of Writing Well, and you'll notice that it opens it up here for you to be able to see. This little caret will close that side window if you would like for it to be closed so you can see things a little bit better. What you'll notice is that up at the top it created a tab in Acrobat Reader DC. If you look at my directions over here, it's possible to have more than one tab open at the same time. To annotate on this, I'm going to go to View, Tools, Comment, and Open. And as soon as I do that, you'll notice that over here, I now have a commenting toolbar. On that commenting toolbar, there are comment features, there's a highlighter, I can add text, I can strike through text, I can add a text box, I can use a pencil, there's an eraser if I need to, and there are even stamps if I would like to. So if I click on the pencil and I draw, I can annotate all over my document. As soon as I finished annotating though, because we are in a not Google Drive program, because we're in an Office Suite program, you're going to need to save. So up at the top, you would need to go File, Save As, and you're going to need to save it in your documents. So you go to My Computer, choose a different folder, and then if you click, so mine is called Phoenix ELA folder, I'm going to double click on that and I'm going to save it in there. And now every time that I go through and I annotate, I'm going to save, and then I'll make sure that I have that for later. That's everything that you need to know for this video. If you have any questions, your teachers will be more than happy to help, but please know that you'll be expected to know and be able to use these tools throughout our school year together. Thanks. Have a great day.